In part 1, I gave 20 examples of the word down with either one of two meanings. A, moving from a high position or amount to a lower one. And B, falling lower and lower to the point of stopping. In today's video, I will begin with a few easy sentences and later give examples with down that are more abstract, but still contain the basic idea of going from high to low. 1. I took down most of the professor's lecture. In other words, I wrote down on paper or typed in my notebook almost everything the professor said during his lecture. I recorded his spoken words in a more permanent written form for later reference. This is the idea behind illustration B. Impermanent speech is fixed in written form. Of course, illustration A applies here too because writing is putting pen to paper. 2. Have you got me down for the team next year? I plan to join the team, and I want to be sure that you have put my name on next year's list of team members. Again, this means to write down on paper. 3. I think I have their phone number down somewhere. Write the number down means to write it on paper. Have the number down means I've already written it somewhere, but I can't find it at the moment. 4. What subjects are you down for this term? Here, we are being asked about our choice of university classes. Students normally select a course of study and enroll in the required classes for the semester. A possible answer for this question would be, for example, I'm down for biochemistry and mathematics, meaning that my name is down on the list of students for these classes for this term. Down can also be used as a verb. Here are two examples that match illustration A. 5. She downed her coffee and left for work. From the context, we can readily understand that this person quickly drank her coffee without stopping until it was finished. 6. She downed her attacker with one kick to the stomach. This man probably thought the young lady would be an easy target, but he severely misjudged her. With one kick to the man's stomach, she knocked him down on the ground. This next sentence comes from the world of hunting and shooting. 7. There are 10 families in our building. I've already asked 7 of them about this problem. So that's 7 down and 3 to go. This is a reference to target practice, where a person aims a gun at a row of targets and shoots them down one by one until they are all down on the ground. This expression can be used anytime you have a list of things to accomplish. As you can see, this is illustration C. Something up in the air falls down to the ground. These next 3 sentences are less physical in nature and describe our mental or emotional state, similar to illustration A again. 8. Dad was really down after losing his job. When a person feels especially happy or sad, we can say he or she is in high spirits or in low spirits. The same idea of in low spirits is expressed here when we describe Dad as feeling down or depressed. 9. Saving the environment for our children seems almost hopeless. That film was a real downer. A downer can be a person, movie, book, or any experience that is depressing, that leaves you feeling sad. 10. Don't be so down on yourself. We all make mistakes. In other words, you are being too critical of yourself, blaming yourself far too much. The opposite meaning is lighten up. Don't be so hard on yourself. These next three examples are of a more informal, colloquial style, asking for or expressing agreement or understanding. As in illustration B, something up in the air, unclear or undecided, falls and stops, becoming definite and clearly understood. This is an extended meaning of down. 11. Are you down with getting something to eat? Here, we are asking someone to make a decision. Another way to say this is, let's go get something to eat, or do you want to get something to eat? These questions are all asking for a clear decision or agreement. 12. Are you down with what I'm saying? In other words, do you understand what I'm telling you? Or do you agree with what I'm telling you? 13. Some people say we need the death penalty to stop serious crime. But you know, I'm not down for that. Some people believe that putting criminals to death instead of keeping them in prison is a good way to prevent crime. But I'm not down for that means that I disagree. Either expression, down with or down for, is used to show agreement. I explained in a previous video that up can be used to express proximity or nearness. And since down is the opposite, it logically expresses the idea of distance away from the speaker. 14. Will you walk down to the shops with me? In other words, I'm asking you to accompany me to the shops, which are within walking distance from here. 15. That's our neighbor who lives just down the road. Our neighbor doesn't live next door to us, but rather lives a short distance away from here along this road. This meaning of distance away from the speaker is also used to show long periods of time, from earlier to later, as in illustration E. Look at these examples. 16. Our little town has changed so much down through the years. From its early beginnings and passing through many years down to the present time, our town has seen many changes. 17. This gold watch has been passed down in our family from father to son for generations. This watch has been handed down from father to son over a period of many generations. These next two examples of down express the loss or removal of many things until only a small number or amount remains. 18. We're down to our last $100. After spending nearly all of our money, we only have $100 left. We will have to get more money soon. This is illustration F. 19. It's down to the youngest daughter to run the family business. None of the other family members are interested in continuing the family business, so they are eliminated. Only the youngest daughter is willing to keep the family business alive and continue to manage it. This is shown in illustration G. Our last example is a common expression often used when reporting the news. 20. The city government has decided to crack down on drunk driving by punishing both the driver and any passengers in the car, whether drunk or not. To crack down on an illegal activity means to start enforcing laws which already exist, but which are not strictly enforced. When drunk drivers only paid a fine, that didn't stop the problem, so this city decided to punish everyone in the car. This expression comes from the cracking sound of a whip making contact. The whip represents the laws already in place. One can use the laws or not. So when the police crack down on an activity, they are using the laws they already have, bringing it down hard on the offenders. This is an example of illustration A again. Here is a review of the various ways to use down. A. Moving from a high position or amount to a lower one. We climbed down the mountain. The police are cracking down on illegal parking. Illustrations B and C. Falling lower to the point of stopping or finding agreement. Please quiet the children down. 8 down, only 3 more to go. I'm not down with your idea at all. Illustrations D and E. Moving away from the speaker or from earlier to later times. Let's go down and try that new restaurant. These jewels have been handed down in our family for hundreds of years. Illustrations F and G. Reducing to a smaller number or amount. Please quiet the children down. The car tires are worn down and need replacing. No one else wants to do this job, so it's down to me now. I hope these 2 videos have helped you to better understand the uses of down. You can always subscribe if you don't want to miss any new videos that I make. Thank you for watching.